My 41M wife, 41F, kissed another man on a night out. I wasn't bothered, but now she's causing issues over it. A bit of context, we've been together since we were 18. We never had a great sex life after the first year. Since then, we've had sex maybe once or twice a year, but it's now been nearly 3 years. Although it bothers me, I love her and I love our kids, so I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I know plenty of friends in similar situations. Another bit of context is that I've always been mildly overweight but active, playing a lot of sports until about 10 years ago, when I got really ill. A mix of medications and comfort eating caused me to gain weight, reaching nearly 300 pounds. 2 years ago, I decided to do something about it. I'm now around 200 pounds, which at 6 feet 2 inches is the lightest I've been as an adult. I enjoy lifting weights, and for the first time in my life, I have some abs and muscle. My wife, who has always been much more attractive, seems insecure about the fact that women are now starting to notice me and message me on my baking pages on social media. For the record, I've never looked at another woman in that way. On to the night in question, my wife went out with some friends, a mix of single and partnered people. She looked stunning, and I told her so. I even updated my phone home screen to a picture of her. One of the friends she was out with messaged me about 3 months ago, implying that my wife doesn't realize how lucky she is, and basically asking if I wanted to hook up. I instantly took a screenshot and sent it to my wife. Around 4 a.m., my wife got home and woke me up as she got into bed. I was half awake, but I could tell something was wrong, so I asked her what was the matter. She didn't say anything for a few seconds, and when I went to grab her hand, she pulled away. I asked if she wanted me to get her a drink, and she said no. Then she just blurted out, "I met a guy tonight, he kissed me." I didn't kiss back at first, then I did. Then, for the next half hour, we were dancing and constantly kissing. She kept saying sorry and begging me not to leave her. My honest first reaction was, so what? It's only kissing and dancing. I didn't say that, I just hugged her and tried to calm her down. An hour or so later, once I got the right words in my head, I said, "I know you feel really guilty, but please don't. I'm not going to leave you and break up our family over some kissing and dancing. I don't love you any less than I did yesterday, and this isn't something that's going to grow and cause resentment." Right on cue, my phone went off, and it was that friend of hers with a picture and a video of what my wife was doing. This set my wife off again, but my feelings still haven't changed, and a month later, that remains the case. In that month since then, my wife has accused me of not loving her because I didn't care about her kissing another man. She's accused me of kissing other people, implying that I didn't care because I was covering up my own indiscretions. She's even accused me of being gay multiple times, which doesn't make sense. She keeps asking why I haven't initiated anything with her, even though she's told me in the past that she hates being touched and doesn't want me to try to initiate physical intimacy, which I have respected. It feels like she's projecting her guilt onto me, and it's putting a strain on our relationship, which she is 100% causing. How do I get through to her that she needs to stop feeling guilty and just move on because I have, as it's not a big deal to me? I was genuinely more annoyed when she broke my baking bowl and tried to blame it on the cat. TLDR, my wife kissed another man. I don't care, but now she's causing problems because she feels guilty and is projecting. How do I get her to stop? Edit. Hi all, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for taking the time to respond to me. I really do appreciate it, and I'm overwhelmed that you all took the time to comment. I keep getting asked a few questions, so I thought I'd address them here. Over the years, we have been to a few different couples counselors and sex therapists, the latest being last September. My wife often feels like she's being victimized by them, and we end up stopping the sessions. Most of the counselors suggested that she might be asexual, and 2 even mentioned that she shows signs of being a closeted lesbian, which I brought up to her before. She is adamant she's not a lesbian. Regarding those who suggested that my wife wants me to be more forward with her, this is not true. During our sessions, she has stated that she doesn't want me to initiate physical intimacy, even just bringing up sex makes her feel pressured. She has made it clear that if we ever have sex without her initiating it, it would be pity sex. For those who questioned whether I love her, I do little things to show my love. I buy her flowers every Friday on my way home from work, bake her favorite cookies or cupcakes every weekend, send her voice notes of songs that remind me of her, tell her I love her every day, and run her a bath every night. This isn't me showing off, this is how I was raised to show love. People have said that if I don't get jealous, it means I don't love her. If she had an emotional affair, spent hours on the phone with someone else laughing and joking, snuggled on a sofa eating chocolates and watching TV with someone else, or similar situations, I'd be devastated. A dance and a kiss isn't a big deal to me and definitely not a reason for divorce. Thank you all again for reading. XX. Second edit, sorry for the edits. It's 7 a.m. in the morning now, the day after I posted this. I've been talking to my wife since 6 a.m., and I told her she has a week to agree to go back to couples counseling and that she has to stick it out this time and not just accuse the counselors of taking sides and then refuse to go back. She said no. She said they all bully her and make her out to be the bad guy. She accused me of going back on my word that I forgave her and wouldn't resent her. I told her this isn't about the kiss, it's about her reaction since the kiss and that it feels like she's purposely trying to drive me away and make me leave her. She got up and stormed out of the room, got dressed, and said she's going out until I leave for work. Bit of an update to my previous post here. It's been nearly 2 weeks since I made the post, and the short update is that we are getting divorced. I mentioned in my last post that I wanted us to go back to couples counseling and sex therapy. She said no to both, as we had gone before, and she felt bullied. During sex therapy, she stated that unless she initiates any form of touching, not just sex, but even simple gestures like hugs or hand-holding, it would be against her will and forced/pity affection from her. The sex therapist said that's very unreasonable, which is why she felt bullied. I tried to ask her a few questions to understand her perspective. Are you a lesbian or at least bisexual? Her response was, don't be stupid. Are you asexual? She replied, I'm not a teenager with a stupid label. What did he have that I don't? She said, nothing, I just wanted to do it. Why don't you ever want to do that with me? She replied, don't know. What can I do to make you want to do that with me? Her response was, don't know. Do you want me to take the initiative and try it with you more? Her response was, absolutely not. I'll tell you when I want it, don't guess. So she refused therapy and didn't give me straight answers. She also said I went back on my word about not letting the kiss lead to divorce. I told her it's not the kiss itself, but her behavior since then that's causing me to want a divorce. She said that since it's my decision to divorce, I should be the one to tell the kids, and she will have no part in it. That was hard. As soon as I told them, my wife left for her sister's house, and I haven't heard from her in the 3 days since. I've tried reaching out about the kids, as they miss her, but she reads my messages and ignores me. A lot of people asked why the friend who tried to hit on me is still in our social circle. Here's what I know, my wife tried to get the group to cut out the friend, but they refused, so my wife chose to ignore her in group settings. On the night in question, the friend approached my wife and told her that if she didn't tell me about the kiss, she would send me a video of it. So my wife didn't tell me because she felt guilty, but because she was forced. I also spoke to a couple of other friends from the group to get more context. Apparently, my wife was sexting a friend's boyfriend a couple of years ago. My wife has also been boasting about how she has me under the thumb and gets away with giving me nothing, claiming I'm too scared to ask for more. The friend who hit on me saw me out shopping and decided I was now more attractive and thought she'd exact some revenge on my wife. So, it seems I was just a pawn in this group's internal drama. I'll be honest, I feel incredibly guilty, but when my wife left, my body and soul seemed to take a massive sigh of relief. It felt like a black cloud that was dripping eggshells on the floor for me to constantly avoid was finally gone. I feel terrible for feeling this way, but I feel like I've regained my 6 feet 2 inches height, rather than a browbeaten 3-foot person who is scared to even say anything for fear of being told I'm wrong or insulted. It's like the blinkers have been taken off. I spent the day today baking with my kids, eating Easter eggs, and watching cartoons, and I haven't stopped smiling all day. I didn't wince or break out in a sweat worrying I'd be told off for being too noisy, watching the wrong thing on TV, or leaving a wrapper on the floor. Glad to see that OP is regaining control over his life and his confidence. Stories like this make me question modern marriages. It makes me sad that there are so many adults that are no more than children really. If you guys found this entertaining, leave a like. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, leave a comment down below. It helps us tremendously. Have a fantastic day.